Today I am going to run you through my favorite tech stack starter kit basically. So the plan for today is to create a transcription app. One of my clients, they do a lot of videos and a lot of long discussion videos, and they have a audience all over the world. So the goal with this is to be able to transcribe it and then put subtitles on the videos. So just getting started, this is a Next.js project. Authentication is by Clerk. Super simple to install. Obviously ShadCN, Tailwind, and the only extra thing to add in a Neon Postgres database. I'm just gonna run you through it real quick. This is the landing page. It's just super easy with Clerk Auth. So you have a very basic setup. This is just demo data. It's just enough to get you started. I am using Windsurf. That's my choice of AI IDE. First thing that we are going to do is we are going to go to this repo, and I'm just going to build everything on localhost for now. You just go grab the HTTPS link and then go git clone and then paste that in. So you can see that's created a folder on the side here. I'm just gonna go ahead and just rename this. I just find it easier to have this as the main directory. After that, just open up the terminal again. If I was outside of this folder, I would have had to cd into this scribe. The next step that I like to create, you can just copy all of this, create a new file. So it's .env.local. Just paste that in, save it. Now, the only real thing that we need to insert right now, the Clerk details here, and that is super simple. You create an account on Clerk, and very cheap. I think it's 10,000 users. Basically for free. Once you go over 10,000, then you start paying. So let's just create a new application. This is where you select your auth sign in page. So you have a lot of options. You have email, Google, GitHub, whatever. There's a whole bunch. Go ahead and create the application, and very simple. Just this second section here, you'll see this goes into your env file. Just go back here, and you can just select all of it, and you paste that, you save that. And the next thing that you do is you need to install all of the Next.js dependencies. So just go npm install. So everything's installed. What we can do now is just npm run dev, and that should run on localhost 3000, and there you go. So just like in Clerk, we set up just to use Gmail, just sign in. Let's see if my profile shows my username. Yeah, it does. I'm done. So going back to the dashboard, just like the template, you have the demo data. When I build a new project, I like to strip everything down, change the styling and all of that. This top section here is something that I won't need. I will maybe do that later, but for now, we have everything installed. So we'll just go back to Windsurf. And what I found recently is if you plan your project and create a PRD and rules, whether it's Cursor or Windsurf, things just work so much faster and better. So I have written out basic idea of the app that I want to build. So when I start off, I will create a new folder, just call it docs for now. And then I will actually ask Windsurf to help me create the PRD. Obviously, I have already written out this in my notes, and it basically just goes through the rough concept of what I want to build. You don't need to try and be too technical, just natural language. I want a transcription app. If I upload an audio file or a video file, it needs to transcribe it. And because I've built this already, I know what works well. But if you don't know, you can, in Windsurf or ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever, you can go maybe spend like 20-30 minutes or an hour or the whole day just asking questions like what is the best way to do this? What technology do I need to use? You basically just go back and forth with ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't need to know how everything works. You can brainstorm within Cursor, and in Windsurf you can basically just go to the chat section here. You can just ask it questions. I have already written this out. It's the basic concept of the actual app. Let's go back to Windsurf and get this started. What I like to do is we have this docs folder here. Let's see, can you help me create a PRD in PRD document inside? And then I go and I drag in the folder, in the docs folder, plan out my basic brain dump of what I want to create. This is running GPT-5 medium reasonings. What I like to do is I create the PRD. Cool. So it's still creating that. So you can see under docs, we have the PRD transcription app.md file. Cool. So that's a very detailed PRD. Cool. So what we're going to do now is to go down here to Windsurf settings, manage, and then you have your rules over here. So this is your workspace. I might just copy some of this, but anyway, so I'm going to create a rules file for just this project. Click on workspace, and so let's see, activation mode is always on, and then I am just going to make some space here and paste in the rules that I have in my global project. I'm just going to save this for now. So obviously it's a bit of preparation before we actually start building anything, but going forward it's just going to make things a lot easier. So over the last couple of days I've been creating PRDs and guidelines for features that I want in this application. And what I ended up doing is building out the scribe functionality, and then also the TubeFlow feature that I want for this. I did run into a bunch of errors, and I ended up getting most of the functionality of this sorted for now, but the goal of the first part of this video is to show you how to set up basic Next.js SaaS application, and then inside of that you build out the functionality that you want. So just to give you a quick demo, I'm going to copy a YouTube video and create a new transcription. So how I did this is first checks if there is a caption available for that video. It will download that, and it's pretty fast. But if there's no captions, it would download very low quality audio and then send that over to Grok to get the transcription. And so I have this modal, and you can see a whole 10 minutes of the transcription. You can copy it. Over here I have a download button that downloads a zip file with a couple different files. You can also go ahead and delete the transcriptions that you don't need anymore. What I also have is when you actually click on one of the transcriptions, it will take you to a dedicated page for that transcription. It tells you the language it's in. You can see the transcription. There's a export options card where you can download everything. Now the styling is pretty basic right now, and then here is the translations card. So you can click on Spanish, it adds it in automatically, and it will translate it. So the next feature that I have started building out is called TubeFlow. This is going to be a whole package of tools. So the idea behind this is that you can edit your YouTube video, and when you're finished, you upload the video, you get transcriptions back, and based on the transcriptions, suggest the best title, description, file names, and all of that type of stuff. And then from inside this dashboard, you'll be able to actually publish directly to YouTube with SEO in mind. And the features aren't totally complete yet, but you would basically just add in a title, you select your video, thumbnail, you'll have that later, so this would be optional. I'm just going to select that. It would create the project, it would upload your video, and it would go into two streams. First, it will extract the low quality audio, send that over to Grok to be transcribed. But at the same time, the original video file is sent to BunnyCDN to be used later. And as soon as you open up this testing new, your actual video, you already have your transcription. Now, I obviously selected a short video, transcribes it, but it also uploads it to BunnyCDN for later. The next step after that is all the SEO research, and then have the whole package ready for you to just publish to YouTube. So yeah, hope you guys did not fall asleep during the tutorial. I am going to make some follow-up videos of this BentoFlow project. Yeah, if you have any questions about this Next.js starter template or boilerplate, just let me know in the comments and I will try and help, and I'll see you guys in the next video.